Hello, 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 everyone. Just having some starting recording issues. Looks like it's okay now. So, yeah, I'm not really quite sure what I'm gonna do today. Maybe a little bit of monster hunting. I would like to go attack stuff, but this kingdom is, well, there's just no viable targets for solo attacking anymore. Or I guess technically that isn't true if you are, I guess, what they would refer to as a Titan player. If you're a Titan player, then there's lots of viable targets, but I am nowhere near a Titan player, so I won't even consider attacking some of these targets. Just want to get through some of these. Whatever, that stuff's boring right now. Actually, it's boring all the time. I'm not a fan of the daily grind on any game, really. They kind of annoy me. Which I guess isn't always as good because even some of the lower end items they're good to get. And I mean, this here you get them 3 chests. And I guess that one chest. But the rest of this stuff is kind of black when you're castle 25 and you even have semi decent gear. It's not really a thing to worry about. I guess maybe I could go over some of the gear. Even if I have stated in other videos about gear, I guess sometimes it never hurts to have refreshers as you go along as you're playing. Okay, that's it for now with that. Yeah, let's go over some gear stuff. Uh, well, not that gear specifically. I'll start off with this stuff here, I guess. Doesn't have to be for my level. So, for newer kingdoms, uh, there's a difference between the newer kingdoms and older kingdoms when you're starting off. Unless you're gonna buy, of course, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're not spending big money, then your gear choices are different between older and newer kingdoms. Newer kingdoms, you can start off with making some of this lower end stuff, even the lower level 1 stuff. I mean, you're still getting attack stats and that. So the forge, these are the materials you'll need. You can get them from the rich vines. Veins, not vines. As you see, I got a lot of that stocked up, which I'll never use. So it's just going to keep on piling up. But you can make that from the for the first piece if you want. I mean, uh, personally, I wouldn't make any of it until you get up to at least level 40, so you can make the fiery tomahawk. Tomahawk. I guess they could rename it Tomahawk. But here again, rich veins to make this stuff. And I believe, sorry about the scratching on the mic. Uh, yeah, and I believe it's one for each all the way through. And then mythic, you need 2 of the embers, but everything is still one. So even if you're free to play, it is possible to get it to mythic. So this will be the first piece that you want to make for pre-level 60 war gear. It is viable even at 60, but you start losing. You can get better depending on how long you play, how lucky you get with some chests and stuff like that. But you can use this even at level 60, even though it's not any really good gear. So the vines, you can get that from gathering on the wheat fields. This here is the rich veins. Same with this at the rich veins. Uh, so that'll be your main hand weapon. It's actually a pretty decent. Yeah, I guess we can look at the stats too. Oh, just look at the gold. So we got cavalry, infantry, and range. So it's all 3 attack stats at 10%, 6.5%, and 3.5%. The For the pre-60 gear and the mixed 60 gear, these are the kind of stats you're going to be going for. Base it all on attack. Don't worry about anything else for stat wise. This will be more for like defending and yeah, more of just defending. So you have all around stats. Uh, Nowadays you really wouldn't go for any kind of full single march type attack with the mixed gear. You can, it's just not a viable. It's not a good viable option to do that. So this will be the first main hand weapon. Now your offhand, none of this stuff really, except this here, level 35. Um, the reason for this is because you get the ranged attack and the army HP. And again, you can make it through gathering. So fields for 2 of the items. This here is stone, and this here is stone as well. And then these are the stats. So you get more attack. The siege doesn't matter. You're not going by that. You're going for the army HP and the range attack. I guess it's not the only viable option. I guess if you're going for attack, but when you're defending, which is what you're most likely going to be doing, uh, if for nothing else, you can even do this here because it has 13% army HP. But you want the attack with the army HP, so the lunar scimitar out of that is still the better option. Defense doesn't matter. This here you're only getting one specific type, so that's not that great. Neither is that. I guess if you had the materials, you could also go for making this. It's 1 and 2s all the way through, I think. The brains, mutated brains from the Held Riders are the hardest to come by for it. But it's fairly simple to get it up. And of course, the ever famous yawn in the video. It's not like I'm actually bored of making the video, just anyway, you could actually also go for the Dragon Fist as well. Uh, this here, you need Blackwing. The hardest thing is going to be the Glowing Eye. These are the rares from it. Or ultra rare, whatever some people call them. It's all from the Blackwing. And this here you'll get cavalry attack and army HP again, and it's higher than the Lunar Scimitar, but the Lunar Scimitar is easier to make. So, you have the Fiery Tomahawk for the main hand, and Lunar Scimitar. Both of those are gathering. And this here, where is it? Right here, the Lost Island Relic. So you get infantry, range, and you get the army HP again. And this one here again, you get it by gathering. So more of the ore, stones, in the fields. Those are the three main. And so up to level 17, you'll have 2 accessory slots, so you can make 2 of these or 1 of these, and if you have the materials by then, a burning scroll, because you get more army HP and attack. This one here is from the Held Rider though, so short term, the Lost Island Relic, 2 or 3 of them would be good. And that's because they're easy to make. It's basically you're going for the cheapest war gear. Now for this here, um, the honeycomb chaps, which is from the bumblebee or queen bee. Those have been the biggest option for, well, quite a while now. I don't think there's really anything better except for the stealthy steps now. Yeah, because you get the, but again, you'd be stacking range attack. I guess it's not such a bad thing, but you can go either the stealthy steps or the honeycomb chaps. Honeycomb chaps, you'll be needing to kill queen bees. That's where we're getting into a decent guild where they're actually hunting decent monsters, like a decent amount of monsters per day. So you're going to get all that stuff as you level up. The armor for pre-60, you can go with um, the armor of the abyss. Has been a pretty decent choice for pre-60. So you get the army attack and infantry, the army attack basically, and the cavalry max HP, I guess. Um, yeah, I guess you could also look at these things further on too, like the Hedonic Cuirass, or the Hardened Carapace. That you get attack on cav and range. And this you get the infantry max HP and the inf attack and ranged attack. This one here, I would not recommend this one, even though for pre-60, if you're not really going to be aiming for buying into anything. I guess you could make this, but it's if you're making anything else, these glowing halos are the ultra rare, and it's not advisable to use them on anything but ambrosial cups. So I wouldn't advise that. But you could go with the Hardened Carapace or the Armor of the Abyss here. Those are your two viable options for that. And then for your helm, I think there's possible two options here, I think. Yeah, the Indulgent Visage, infantry and range attack, both at 10%. What else could you go with? Sorry about the dinging too. My phone's going off. I guess the Strigine, I don't know how to say that. Strigine or something. Hood. I guess because you have the Cav attack and Cav HP, and then the Army max HP. And this one is meh, because you got the Army def and the range def is kind of the def attack or the defense is kind of useless with the gear. They haven't made it a strong viable option to use. So yeah, you have the Strigine helmet or hood, or you have the Indulgent Visage. This one here, it's from the Bon Appetit. Same with, you get the glowing halos from the Bon Appetit, but this one doesn't take any of the ultra rares. And then this one here is from the newer monster. They added the Hoot Claws. And I'm not quite sure about the drop rates on any of these items. I think, no, I don't think any of these are the harder ones to get. But those are for the helmets. So, that's your basic outline for your pre-60 gear. As you're building up, you also want to make sure you're coming over here. This familiar here is going to help for your Holy Stars. Your Holy Stars are for your Labyrinth. I have the Elite open, but without paying the $100, you can have a free hit to this every day, and then your Holy Stars 100 per hit on that. So then when you hit, you get an item. This one here, yeah, so the normal, it gives you just a single, but the Elite, if you're planning on actually being around the game long term and you're not opposed to actually spending 100 or anywhere over $100, the Elite is actually worth it. So then when you're actually hitting on Elite, you use 1,000 stars per hit, but you get times 11 of whatever item pops up here. This is a basic outline of the items you could possibly get. So the Bravehearts, Jewels, these are all like rare ones to get though. some gold, training, speed up, or training boost, research boost, construction boost, army equipment quill. That's to save your equipment slots once you have those opened. Make sure you're looking through each of the heroes for stuff like this. You got some heroes that will boost research speed. This one here boosts construction and gem gathering. This one also gives you X amount of gems between this once you have the skill maxed out with the hero at level 60, or the familiar at level 60. You get between 1,000 and 2,000 gems per day, or per 2 days, I think it is. This here is another option for gold. So mine's not maxed out, but every 1 day, 5 hours and 30 minutes, I get between 4.5 million and 9 million gold. If you're going for hyper, these type of things, well, not, I guess this too if you're a bank, but these things on these familiars are going to help you immensely too. Extra supplies, that helps if you end up getting zeroed. For your wall repair. Where's that one? This here. Make sure you get this one to level 50 or maxed out as soon as possible with these skills. Because this here, 60 to 120 stamina every 12 hours. That will be an immense help when you're trying to level up your heroes. Your first hero you want to try and aim for. I mean, you can work on some of them as you're going, but this as your tank, you want to aim for Elite 612 as soon as possible because Rose Knight is an amazing tank. Her stats also, she deals 200% squad attack as damage to enemy troops. She adds 150% for the timber supply, cavalry HP 50%, and army attack 20%. And that goes across all your troops when you're in battle. So that's a big help. Once you got her maxed out or however far, aim for Bomb and Goblin. Another one, army attack, boost by 20%. The trap attack is kind of bad, and same with the trap durability. Those two things can go away, but the army attack is an added bonus. And basically, since I have all the free-to-play heroes, I basically just go on stamina 12 and use up any stamina I get during the day. Because I get the speed ups, and it's 12. You get 12 stamina for a 15-minute speed up, I think. So it's decent. Also, once you get to level 21, Castle 21, make sure you're using your daily dice roll here, because this is some of the items you can get here for the next 14, a little over 14 and a half hours. It's Queen Bee stuff, So your tokens. This is just if you're gonna spend gems. That's not the best way to do it though, unless you have a ton of gems. Um, Personally, if you're starting out with growing, I suggest this pack here. Some might still say it's not a good viable pack long term. Once you're maxed out, maybe not, but actually, even if you're maxed out now, it's still a good pack because you get 150 tomes for the month. Uh, Research speed ups. These here, you get the chance of more gems. More gems, always a good thing. Plus, you get these speed ups here. You get X amount per day throughout the whole month. So, while this here for a month doesn't seem like a lot, it adds up after a while. Some don't care to get these packs. These packs aren't actually that horrible. They don't scale. It's just a straight $2 or $2.79 if you're in Canada or wherever. It's around $2. We'll just say you actually get quite a bit for the value. It's more of a start-off pack though. This is the token pack, $20. It shows gems because of the app I have on here. So, I mean, you get this here. That's 450 plus that. So it's like 495 gem or tokens or something like that. It's a really good value considering the items you can get. Plus, you get some resources and stuff. If you want to build up your monster gear, there's the $5 pack to do it. Archaic Tomes, 250. It's probably the best value pack. Plus, you get your speed ups and stuff with it. Frosty Special. It is a scalable pack. So, 5, 20, and 50, I think. Yeah, 5, 20, and 50. It's a scalable pack, which means this number here scales properly to the amount you get. So $5, you're getting 75. For 20, you're getting 300, and then 750, I think, for the 50. I think that's how it works. I think they made this scalable properly too, but I haven't actually bought that through till the end, so I'm not 100% sure. This one here, I don't know. I guess if you need speed ups in that, $5, it's not a bad deal. I mean, 10,000 gems plus some tomes and stuff. If you're not going for champ gear and you are going to pay for gear, this is the pack you want. It scales properly and you get the materials for all 3 troop types. For the hero packs, I recommend only the $5 packs, no matter what hero it is. I don't know, I haven't done any of this, so I won't recommend anything like that, just like the sigil ones. If your leader gets captured a lot and you are spending and you don't really care, buy devil's caps. That way you can poison your leader, get it back sooner. This is the new gear set pack. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. If you want to really boost your familiar stuff, I guess you could go after these packs here. Again, $5, some fortune chests, and you get some equipment chests plus some research speed up chests. More familiar stuff. I don't know how those scale, so I can't comment on either of those packs. I don't recommend not planning on being around the game a long time or whatever, I don't recommend these $100 packs. But the the big heroes, these guys here, they are pretty amazing heroes. But unless you're rich, you'll be dropping $11,000. So kind of up to you. Then you got battle prowess, relocators, some boots, then army attack and army size. If you're like rally leading and stuff, it's kind of important to have. This I think is one of I think this is the best one for the glowing halos and stuff. Plus you get some other chests. And that's just a single pack. I don't think that actually scales up at all. Never hurts to get this jeweler pack on the off chance you might get some good holy star drops. It's only $2, so might get lucky. Would be a single equipment pack for specific gear. Don't recommend that. Go for the material madness packs. This here, I don't know. I guess if you just want to spend $2 on something, not high up on the recommendation list though. I also wouldn't exactly recommend this either. Too much for not really a lot. Just like this here, I wouldn't recommend that either. If you need your research speed ups, got a lot here plus the gear stuff for it. Cyber Madness, I think this is a newer pack. So you get some couple of the lower end familiar chests. The Steam Path is for the T5 type stuff for crafting. Not good gear by any means. This here is your familiar gear. The Hard Rocks is you get two of the training equipment pieces from that, but that's an up to you pack. Like I said before, hero packs are up to you. Other equipment packs are up to you. As far as I know, this scales, but it does run out once you finish buying it all. You do get these two heroes along the way. You get some medals with them. Both of them are pretty good heroes for colosseum and stuff. So, worth it if you're willing to spend some money. But for this video, I think that's it for now. I'll post this video soon, and then I am going to make another one in just a little bit, and it will be uploaded either later tonight or tomorrow. So you guys take care, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.